DD214 Network Podcast is for mature audiences only. Any videos, music, or entertainment not originating from DD214 Network is used and covered under Section 107 of the Copyright Act of 1976, also known as fair use. Opinions expressed are our own and do not represent any DoD or U.S. government entities as a whole. This podcast is for entertainment purposes only. Viewer and listener discretion is advised. You are no longer alone now, because we have you.
Hey, John, the logo's still on.
Whoops. Open the door, Squilini.
Well, the fucking logo's still on. Anyways, welcome to the DD214 Network Podcast, hosted by John, Jay, and myself, Joe Tech Squilini. Y'all better look the fuck out today. Our crayons are sharp, the box is full, our bottle of glue is topped off, and our helmets are on tight, baby. We about to rizm with the tism. Let's get this fucking episode going, and hopefully I can learn English today, because I fucking kept saying words wrong.
Well, English gooder. Gooder, Joe.
Well, you almost, like the New York almost came out of you. I heard you say shop. Now, quick question: do you guys still see a logo on your screen? Because I don't see it.
Yeah, the Jay's Roadhouse thing is like dead ass center.
Now it's gone. Now it's gone.
I had to delete it. I'm sorry.
You're fine.
I don't know what happened. I have no idea, but it's okay. We're here.
What's up, Whiskey? How you doing? Love the name, by the way. Big fan.
So, I just want to point out,
Frenchie, how you doing?
I just want to point out something. So, obviously, as part of our opening credit scene, we've got the that ever so harmful and disastrous hot nuts
in my mouth.
This past Monday, April 7th, was 2 years since that episode aired.
That's crazy. It's been 2 years. I
still been two fucking years since that episode aired.
I still ain't shit right. No. Like I'm not like that will forever go down as like the last fucking like hot belly challenge. I'm not doing.
Yeah, it was fucking. That was
too much. That was too fucking much. Like it was. I
mean, fun. John threw up on the first fucking handful of nuts.
It was fun to do it. You know what I mean? It made for some laughs, but like I'm still paying for it. Like literally out the anus. Like 2 years later. Like, yeah.
I periodically have to go back and rewatch that episode, at least the last 30 minutes of it, because I don't fucking remember it at all.
Dude, we blacked out.
We fucking blacked out from the fucking pain.
Straight up. Like, that's like,
and again, children, we're trained professionals. Do not try this at home.
Trained jackasses, you know.
Trained retards. Are we allowed to say that on the internet now, or is that not okay?
It's still kind of taboo, but
I mean, look, I think so. We've talked about it before. I mean, I guess it just depends on the context and the situation of it, you know, right?
We're not exactly being derogatory saying it like that, I guess.
Yeah.
But then again, that goes right back to one of the other taboo words that starts with an F and rhymes with maggot. You know what I mean? And we don't say that anymore. We have tried to remove that from our lexicon as well.
Yeah, and actually, a baseball player just got suspended.
Yeah,
for calling a fan that, and his baseball jersey sales went through the roof like the day after.
I think that's more of a product of the times that we're living in.
But but
people
I was
just like being
actually
assholes.
from that situation. I actually like, I like reading comments. I like to have a good laugh. But there were a lot of people that were like, "Oh yeah, I'm part of this community," and I wasn't offended by that. It was just an annoying fan that he just so happened to call that.
I've known enough people in the LGBT community over the years. I know several that don't mind that word as long as it's used in certain contexts.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And that's kind of like it's more like how you use it versus like if you use it. So it's a cultural thing. It's a societal and cultural thing.
Yeah. That's the thing. Like if we're gonna say that word's offensive across the board, why don't we cancel the Brits and
for me, removing certain words from my lexicon, I did, if for nothing else, just it made shit easier. I don't have to worry about offending anybody. If it never comes out of my mouth, I don't have to worry about offending anybody. Period. Yeah. And it's just that much easier.
I just feel like that because I've had this talk with the homie from the dungeon too, how some words are just, especially like depending where you come from too, depending how you grew up, there's just some words that some people are just highly offended by right now that it's hard to get out of as what you would call your lexicon.
If any of y'all travel down south and you want to stay safe, do not ever refer to an African American as boy. I can just tell you that right now.
That is a big one.
And that's
just anywhere you don't want to do that.
That's true too.
It's different. It's very different out west. I promise you. I didn't realize that was a
really.
I didn't realize that was a thing until I got into the Army. No shit. I was in my 30s before I ever heard that. Before, like I would have never known.
Yeah, can I piggyback that off that too? Like because that was the same for me, and I actually got corrected by a homie of mine, Jones, by the way, Specialist Jones, and he, because sometimes, like you said, you didn't really hear about that. So I didn't really hear about that until like my 20s and 30s as well. But,
I didn't grow up there. You know what I mean? Like,
and the context was we were playing around. We were doing like a game or something, like some competition or something. It was like a PT thing, and it had just come out. Like just shit talking. Not in any way. And he was just like, "Hey, like this is how we take this where I'm from." I was just like, "Oh, okay."
Well, yeah, I mean, because you got to think, I'm in the South, so like, I know how that's taken by that community,
by the community,
and it's definitely it's a taboo word here, even though it really might not mean even it's taboo here because of the past and pre-Civil War era and slave ownership and stuff like that, because they were referred to as boys. During that time frame. And that's what makes it taboo, where if you go out to the West Coast and you call somebody your boy, you're just calling them your boy.
Or like
that's what I'm used to. I played baseball, and talking shit. Oh, let's go. You know what I mean? Like talking shit to each other. And that's just something that we were used to. And it's always good to adapt with the times, but it's good to adapt with the times, but it's also to remember that there are certain things that people are over exaggerating about as well, too.
Well, sure,
yeah,
and not every taboo is going to necessarily be a big deal to everyone,
or politically correct,
or being politically correct, or any of that stuff. It's like that. I mean, it kind of falls in line with like that's why we have a disclaimer. No matter what we get on or carry on about for about 90 minutes every week on this show, that's exactly why we have a fucking disclaimer. That's like because we don't always know. We don't always know in the process of like the shit talking that we get up to here, if we might accidentally say something offensive. Yeah. John's had to bleep me out a couple times. You know what I mean? Like
I had to do the same to myself.
Yeah, and we don't always realize it. We don't always realize it when we're in the middle of our banter. You know what I mean?
I mean, and not even just bleeping out. Let's go back a couple, what was it, 2 months ago or whatnot?
Oh, watching you guys get fucking scared
with the fucking hand signals.
That's still making the best of, though.
I love it.
Yeah.
Did you notice? Have you noticed that like the Arizona Wildcats and the Kansas State Wildcats, they have a sign now, and it's like the Wildcat sign, but it looks like a fucking gang sign. So it's like, yeah, it's that right there. And what is it? You know what I mean? Like, and that,
Yeah.
but that's they're doing it the fucking you got college kids and fucking soccer moms and alumni in their 60s.
It's
Throwing
up fucking gang signs.
It's a sign of the times. It's just like it's the culture.
Oh shit.
The culture changed. The culture changed.
I want to say something too. And you know, when we do talk about this, it's not the fact that we don't want to censor it or
Right.
I think I'm trying to say this right because I want to make sure that I'm clear when I'm saying this. Like, it's not that we're trying to like block it out from existence, you know?
Correct.
We're trying to respectfully make sure that we're not crossing a line.
We self-censor. That's it.
Yeah.
We're not we would never allow somebody else to tell us what the fuck we are or aren't going to put out for content.
Yeah.
However, we will self-censor if we feel like we've done something or made a misstep or accidentally touched a fucking landmine. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, we're gonna correct it. We're gonna correct it, but we will do that on our fucking own. We don't need to hear from the fucking peanut gallery this, that, or the other. What were you gonna say?
Isn't that the whole point of being human though? You know, learning, you know, because
taking accountability and responsibility for your own fucking actions. Like, what a goddamn concept. Like,
yeah, you know,
shocked. Where it's like we're fucking adults or something. You know what I mean?
Because even the average 20-year-old is still figuring it out too.
Yeah. Well, and that's where I learned a lot of my hard lessons. That's like, I can tell you that right now. I've always, for all time, your friendly neighborhood Jay has had a fucking mouth on him. Okay.
Yep.
So
Yeah.
like, I'm talking going back to the playground in elementary school. Like, I've always had a fucking mouth. So it's like you learn real quick what you can get away with and what you can't when you have a mouth on you.
Yep. I love what my wife said. Having to watch what you say can be exhausting when you were raised in the time when everything was fair game.
Yeah, and I think again that just goes back to, you know, it's almost like situational awareness. Like, where are we right now as a culture? Where have the times come? You know, where have the times gone? You know, and what's relevant and what's not relevant now. You know what I mean? And you just have to kind of keep up with, like, you know, like, remember in the 80s we would always say shit like rad.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Oh yeah. In the 80s they used to say weird things like tatas. They used to be like,
well,
yeah.
That's like I was
yes.
I mean, you know, we're talking about words that aren't okay to say nowadays and shit like that. Not that the word was ever okay to say. There was one time I caught myself, I was live streaming on my Twitch channel, and I caught myself say the F word.
Oh, like the one that rhymes with maggot.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what John has had to edit me on a couple times. Like,
and I really quick, I went offline and I removed the VOD from being up. And I personally refused to go live for like a week just to kind of, in case anybody did catch it and was pissed off, to kind of let things calm down before I went back live. Because that's not, you know, there was something, I think I was playing Fortnite with the guys and we were getting shit on, and finally we just started fucking kicking people's asses and it just fucking slipped. Yep. Old Call of Duty fucking lobby fucking language came out.
Yeah, shop talk and all that. Like, for me it's, and John can attest this, it's when I get like way too amped up and or angry. If I get angry and amped up, that word sometimes slips. It still slips.
I would really feel bad for the one person who doesn't want to hear all those words, and they're sitting in a room with a bunch of active duty soldiers getting ready to go out on a mission, because you know, like, holy shit.
We were just talking. Some of the boys at the watering hole. We were just talking the other day about shop talk and like field, like what, like the kind of conversations we would have in the field. You know what I mean? So between me starting as a mechanic and being attached to engineers and then going over to the infantry, I heard it all. I actively participated too. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I'm like, let's be real. I actively participated. So I'm not going to pretend to be holier than thou here.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That being said, this is our show. So
Look,
so like, you know, I'll say what the fuck I want, but there will probably be some self-censorship so that we can entertain the masses without worry of fear and loathing.
Yeah, and I don't know if these are good examples, right? I have two examples. We have Robert Downey Jr., right? And I'm using these two examples because people know who they are.
Okay.
Can you imagine if they leaked our AIM chat room combos? Forget it. We're cooked.
Oh, fuck.
Someone's got them in the system.
I mean, they're probably on like the Wayback Machine, you know, somewhere. They're probably tucked away somewhere.
Listen,
you know
the Wayback Machine has been my best friend the last couple of weeks due to this whole Paradise thing, so I feel that. But,
yeah.
you know,
Dude, I would be so fucking cancel cultured if people got a hold of my fucking old AIM and Yahoo Messenger, fucking MSN fucking Messenger.
It wasn't just the messages. You know what it was? It was the away messages.
Those two.
Is it just me or I didn't have, you know, social media didn't exist when I was like a teenager and in my early 20s. I am so fucking glad. I would have been fucking cooked. Like if you think I put up some funny shit now on my Facebook, can you imagine me when I was like off the chain?
I don't even want to imagine what fucking 19-year-old Jay would have been fucking posting online.
Bro, it would have been
fucking 19-year-old Jay would have never been able to join the army if he had fucking social media.
Zero fucks.
I gotta make a video of Jay in the chat room. I'll play Jay I'll play 19-year-old Jay. I think I could get it off.
Oh my God, I'm telling you, dude, I'm just glad. Like, I think the first thing I ever got was like MySpace, but that didn't come around. I didn't do that till like 06, 07, I want to say.
Yeah.
I got my Facebook in like 2009 and that's it. And I got rid of the MySpace. So like now my only footprint in social media is an old ass fucking Facebook. That's it. That's all I've got.
You post some great pictures there, actually. It's
every once in a while. Every once on top of some of the other stuff, you know.
There should be like a time photographer following you at all times. You know what I mean? Because you do have some moments, you know.
I swear to God, I'm a magnet for chaos. And so if somebody would just follow me around for like a week or three, you'll end up with content.
Yeah.
Like just for me existing. Literally just for me existing. Like I don't even have to do anything. Like the world and the universe will just show up at my door and be like, hey Jay, fuck you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I have a humorous anecdote to tell about this week whenever we get around to it. But
let's get on to this week then. I mean, if you want to, if I usually don't start up, I'll start off this week. It was a cool, busy week. It looks like the Paradise stuff is actually dying down now. There is no news, so that's a good thing. In the fallout of the Paradise stuff, a new game has been revealed. Now check this out. Now you guys know I play GTA RP, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
So the developers of the CFX system, 5M and GTA RP, they got 25 of them got together, and they created a system that's not GTA where you can build your own server, make it the way you want, have your own rules, holds 1,000 people a server. You can have a Western, you could have a modern city, you could have an anime city. Your server could be all animals. Like everyone could be an animal, like any way you want. You know, people are calling this. I think it's
last thing we need is a server full of furries.
Yeah.
Careful, you're gonna get us canceled, dude. You're gonna fucking there you go.
Fucking sue me.
Fucking hurting everybody's fucking.
I'm sorry. Is it actually hurtful to say the last thing we need is a server full of furries? Like, is that really?
I'm just kidding.
Like really, Jay? Is that because you're a closet furry? Is that why you're so butthurt about me saying that?
Yeah. Okay, first off, no. Okay, first off, fuck you. Second
off, no, you're not my type.
No. Like I do have some kinks and some fetishes. None of them revolve around a suit, like wearing a fursuit. Okay, like none of them. Okay, so I'll throw that out there. Like, okay.
Oh man, well, I'll tell you one thing though. I mean, it's kind of funny because like all the people who were covering Paradise are now covering this new game. I don't see. This is where and I'm not trying to be offensive at all to the developers at all. I don't see this as a game. I see it as a system, a product that gives you the opportunity to build
like a world.
So
Yeah.
so here's what I'm looking at it from the way you're explaining it. It's like Unreal Engine. But
It's
for creating your own like RP servers and worlds that you can just do whatever you want with.
Yeah.
It's the role playing game version of Unreal Engine.
Yes.
Which I'm not gonna lie, that does actually kind of sound cool. That does.
So
I could get on board with that.
Yeah, so I'll throw up some footage real quick, and it's crazy too because a lot of people are comparing this to Paradise, which I don't see a comparison because this game is actually being worked on. This actual product has been being worked on for the last 2 years.
Okay,
so there is substance to us. There is something to look forward to in this project, and one of the people who was able to help. And I keep bringing up his name too, and I just interviewed him, which just came out for Clean and Friends this week. Cyberboy, I actually had the chance to interview him, and he actually had said that there was something coming up, but this is a project that he is actively speaking to people about, making sure that it's a correct product. And a lot of people have their concerns, which is fine. Everyone should have a concern, right?
Well, and anytime you start developing games and stuff, nothing is going to be perfect at first. That's where the testing comes in. That's where they have to you got to get people to fucking like try to find the fucking try to find the hole in the wall. You know what I mean? Like find a glitch, find a bug. You know what I mean? You got to play the fuck out of that shit.
Yeah, and
it's to find all the different places where there might be an issue. You know what I mean?
It's so cool. It's such a cool opportunity, especially like I'm looking at Squilini's face, and like I could see reservation, but I could also see curiosity as well.
It's not really reservation. It's because obviously I've used products from these developers before.
Yep.
I know it could be a legit product. It seems like from having software development background, it just seems like a huge fucking undertaking to do with a team of 25 people. But again, like you said, they've been working on this for 2 years. There's still no official, like, it's going to launch this day thing, which is great because, it's better to over deliver and under promise. So I'd rather, they work everything fucking through, get all the kinks fixed, and then just fucking drop it without really telling anybody, hey, we're releasing it now.
Yep. And this is supposed to be a free-to-play game. No word on if it's coming to console or not, but
the trailer does make it seem a little bit kind of Paradise-ish.
Yep.
Because they're using AI. You can tell they're using AI to make the trailer to announce this project, this upcoming project they're working on.
Yep.
However, so I can see where people are comparing it to Paradise. I see that 100%. However, having used 5M and Red M and, done the role-playing servers that these developers created, in the past, it's kind of, okay, well, I can, as long as they continue to take their time and they don't try to rush it.
And you've already, and they already have a history of producing.
Producing product,
Producing product, yes.
Yep.
Like so yeah.
I do want you guys to hear the first line. This is Jack Kim. He is the founder of the I don't want to get the fuck. I always get the name wrong. I believe it's Hypersonic. Oh my God. I'm a dumbass, guys.
Words are hard, aren't they?
Yeah. Okay, I was right. Hypersonic Laboratories. So I want you to listen to the first line that he says, okay? And I feel like this first line is just important too.
Hey, I'm Jack, founder of Hypersonic Labs. We're a group of developers and modders who got together to create the ultimate open world sandbox game. So a lot of us grew up playing games like GTA, but we've always wanted to create more of an open platform of our own where we can truly create and modify and share anything that we want without being too dependent on an existing game or IP. We're
Just that line alone right
I
there.
like that.
Trying to create something to where they're not relying on another
system
released game or IP to.
Yep.
So instead of modding another game, they're wanting to create a sandbox environment that allows other players to just do what the fuck they want.
Yes.
Yep.
And I'm fully on board with that.
Yeah,
fully
and it's cool. I mean, I just recently found a GTA server that is military. You have to go through a ranking system. You have to do PT in it and stuff like that. So I feel like the big conversation is player creativity, player freedom. And I think that's what's good. I know. But remember, guys, I didn't do all the badass shit like you guys. So for me,
no, it's fine. Everybody
slow down there, high speed. First off, I wouldn't say what we did was badass shit.
Yeah,
we did our fucking jobs.
Perspective.
There were a lot. John, there were a lot of rough days, dude. Let me tell you. Okay,
I know.
There was more rough days than there were fucking easy days doing the fucking badass shit that we did.
From my perspective, being in the DFAC for 98% of the time of my career and seeing you guys do shit that I've always wanted to do,
the grass is always greener, brother.
Yeah,
and I was just telling some of the boys at the watering hole also recently. It's kind of like paying with a credit card. You know, it's like buy now, pay later. Like I'm paying now. Like, and it's not very far. I'm not very far removed.
Cheers, brother. Fucking cheers on that one.
To us all. Like fucking. So the grass is always greener, brother. And like, you did your job honorably, and you did your time, and you served.
Oh yeah,
and
I'm proud of it.
Well, I'm glad. Yeah. I'm glad your bones don't fucking creak every time you move. Like, right. I can't wait till the fucking like the eventual cliff is gonna come, and like you're gonna see me like on crutches 1 week, then a cane, and then probably a fucking wheelchair, and probably all within like 6 months. You know
let me break this down to you, John. This is how bad it is, and obviously I'm the youngest out of the three of us. You're only like a year and like 3 days older than me or some shit. But still, I'm still the youngest. I have to wake up 2 hours before I have to do anything in the morning. Because if I don't wake up 2 hours early, I'm going to be late to whatever the fuck I need to do.
Yep.
I've gotten so old that I have to use teeth whitener for my teeth.
Well, that's normal. That's
okay, that's not getting old. That's just fucking giving a shit.
Yeah, that's personal hygiene. That's personal hygiene, bro.
Like that's just fucking basic fucking necessity. That's not being old.
That's like wiping your ass when you freaking use the restroom. You know what I mean? Like it's just part of the deal.
I'm telling you, get a bidet.
I
want one so bad.
I really need to.
So bad.
I've been doing a lot of research into it because my other buddy that lives in KC, Jay, my buddy Mike that lives up there, they remodeled their bathroom and they installed a bidet, and he's like, dude,
you have to.
My ass has never been fucking cleaner.
That's
so
like friend of the podcast, Mike J from Running with Scissors.
Yeah,
like he swears by it, and I believe him.
You'll save money on fucking toilet paper this way.
Oh God, yes.
Because it shoots a pressurized stream of fucking water at your butt to clean it off.
So question: Does it feel like your asshole's getting licked?
Get me? So anybody out there in the chat right now that has a bidet, does it feel like your asshole's getting licked?
I don't think it feels like your
because if so, John might continuously have boners every time he uses one.
Yeah, every time he uses one.
Because he's the one that asked.
We're so ridiculous.
Watching people get fucked for free.
No, I've always wanted to use a bidet. I want one of the ones that talk to you though.
talks to you? What do you? Oh,
You've never seen one of them talking bidets?
So John, Frenchie, he'll never leave the fucking bathroom.
What the fuck do you want it to say, John? Like, seriously, like, if it's talking to you, what do you want it to say?
Here's John's dream. Here's John's dream. Oh yes, Jonathan. I love the way the corn tastes.
I love the way the corn tastes, but that's the thing. I don't eat corn.
Well, they'll find
something.
something.
One thing. I got something here. Hold up. I don't know. Let's see if this is.
Your shit tastes like pizza.
A tough cowboy recounts his first time using a bidet.
I know one thing more surprising than a rattlesnake bite. We've been on a long haul full of Angus steer coming up north from El Paso. But there in the middle of the prairie, I saw it. Madame Bouvier's House of Rejuvenation. Went into the water closet, as those Europeans call it. And I said, Dale, you get in here. I think I had a little too much of that whiskey. I'm seeing double. There's 2 toilets and one's a little bit crazy.
Can we hang you now?
I was given to understand that these were my last words.
You said several words.
I will cut you out there. A tough.
Oh shit.
Oh shit. Frenchie, fuck. He wants it to whisper sweet nothings while it power washes his asshole, obviously. This man, I swear. You married it.
I'm in it now? You married it? I'm in it?
Yeah, you married it. What's up from the dungeon?
Good morning, D. Wait, what did Frenchie just say?
Oh my God. I said he.
I didn't call you in it. I called the bidet.
Oh, she called the bidet.
You want me to call the bidet as well?
Yes.
Oh, this is hilarious.
No, because here's the thing. So Black Mirror just came out this week, right? And this is a great transition from talking bidets to, the possibilities of what
There's
AI.
some things you do not want to have smart home technology built into, and your toilet is one of them.
It needs to make a Black Mirror episode about a talking bidet. I'm telling you, it would be great. But Black Mirror just came out this week, right? And first off, what a great season! 10 out of 10. I'm gonna say it right now. I'm not gonna spoil.
Is the whole season out?
The whole season's out, and 2 of those episodes are movie length episodes, and they are fucking awesome. But the theme of this season is accepting AI and the possibilities of it. But they don't, but they don't go crazy. Like, it's not like,
like bidets whispering sweet nothings while they power wash your asshole.
Yeah. Good morning from the dungeon. And so what's very interesting, I mean, they did a really good job because they didn't go extreme with it. They weren't like, oh yeah, here's AI, here's the buildup, and now it destroys everything. Like, no, the 6 stories that they give you are powerful stories of people who get consumed with
the technology,
the technology that is presented towards them. Absolutely. Yeah. So this is I have nothing else to say about the show because you have to watch it. If I say any more, that's it. But it was a great season. It was a great mind bender and a great finale to one of the greatest Black Mirror stories that have come out, the USS Callister. So
I've still yet to watch any of Black Mirror.
It's pretty good. I haven't seen a lot of it, but
see,
there's some episodes that I've seen where I was like, holy shit, that was pretty good.
I've got to start watching this shit when y'all talk about it because obviously I watched Yellowstone because y'all fucking talked it up. Fucking loved Yellowstone. I've now watched 1883. Finished that this past week. Now I'm on 1923, and I'm already on season fucking 2, episode 3 of 1923.
Look at you go! Look at you go!
Get your dude, get your fucking tissues ready, dog. Like straight up, honestly.
Dude, I was bawling like a little bitch at the end of fucking 1883 when what's her face fucking died. Because I done grew attached to that fucking character. Like,
my wife's over there shaking her head.
Oh yeah. I got a little fucking soggy. I mean, that was just Yeah.
Of all the things, like everything you go through in that fucking show, and then
That was I said it when me and John were reviewing it. I said it. That is probably one of the single best Western series or movies or whatever you want to call it.
And representation.
The way it depicts how fucking absolutely brutal and rough the West actually was.
yeah,
It was fucking brutal out there.
And Jay has
Brutal.
agreed with me on this. If there was any depiction of the Oregon Trail, it was that.
oh yeah,
And the Oregon Trail was fucking 50 years goddamn before that. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? You're talking like, imagine how much worse it was back then. 1883, there was still some semblance of civilization here and here and here, but you had to make it here and here and here before you fucking got to it. Back in the 1830s, 1840s, there was fucking nothing all the way to California.
Yeah.
There was shit in California. There was nothing on the way.
Now,
Nothing.
1923, man, it is. I loved 1883, and I keep saying it's the best one, but I feel like 1923, they performed such a good story. And I don't, man, you know what? We just found, my wife and I just found out that one of the actresses on the show is actually American and does like, what did you say yesterday? That she's the Christian Bale of actresses when it comes to like voices and like the voice acting and dialects and stuff like that. So
well, I mean, they had me sold with 1923 with Harrison Ford and fucking Helen Mirren.
Helen Mirren, yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fucking,
Like just that combination right there. And then, dude, I already love Spencer Dutton. He's fucking amazing.
Squillini, do you think he could be Batman? Do you think he could be the next?
The dude that plays Spencer? Hell yeah.
Yeah.
He could be the
100%,
next
right?
Bruce Wayne.
And there's actually Timothy Dalton is in 1923.
Is he really?
Yeah, and
like James Bond, Timothy Dalton?
the Timothy
Holy shit.
Timothy Dalton, and he is the worst person I've ever seen in a character.
Really?
The worst.
He didn't sell it so well.
No, he sold it. He went fucking.
You mean he did good? You mean he like did so good? He's a piece of shit. Like
right?
his character. You mean his character is a piece of shit?
Yeah, Timothy Dalton. Do you think we hated him? But how good did he do? Yeah, like Timothy Dalton makes you forget that he was ever James Bond in this fucking show. That's how crazy.
I like that.
And
I
love it. I love an actor who can do that. And actually, Murray Bartlett, he's in an episode too. If you know who Murray Bartlett is, he was in The Last of Us. Look, Squillini's laughing because he knows exactly who he is, right?
That reminds me of when they originally announced that Heath Ledger was going to play the role of the Joker.
Yeah.
Everyone was kind of like, there's no fuck, because they already knew Heath Ledger from all these different roles that he had done up to that point.
Yeah.
And then what did he do? He made you fucking completely forget about all the other shit he did.
Mm-hmm.
And he became the fucking, he is the epitome of like the performance of the Joker. You know, like that's like that was the new guy
standard now.
That's like the gold standard now. Yeah. That's like the gold fucking standard. You know what I mean? And that's like a good luck topping it. Good luck topping it.
Honestly. But the cat again, 1923 has the best cast, and the guy who plays Spencer, honestly, like I said, Squillini, I honestly feel like he could be our next Batman. He's at the perfect age. He's got a great look, and he beats people's asses on the show too.
So here's the only thing I see an issue with that being.
Let's hear it.
Because in the James Gunn DCU, the next Batman movie, the new Batman, not the continuance of the fucking
the
bullshit one.
The Brave and the Bold.
The Brave and the Bold, it's the Damian Wayne Robin. So it's a lot older fucking Bruce Wayne and Batman than what we've gotten in the past.
Yeah.
Because it's him and Talia al Ghul's, it's Bruce and Talia al Ghul's kid.
Yeah.
Is the Robin in the next Batman movie. So
yeah.
It's an older Bruce Wayne.
Yeah, it's super interesting. But again, 1923, they get it done. They get it done. You believe me, Jay? I see you. Everybody, go check out From the Dungeon. He is our typical troll master. He is the official DD214 Network troll master.
Yeah, I'm already my teeth are already fucking grinding. My teeth are already fucking grinding.
Yeah, and actually, another big star that's in 1923 is Robert Patrick. Robert Patrick is also on the show as well. So
he's the sheriff.
Yep,
I could see that. I could see him playing the fucking sheriff.
Yeah,
like
and
that.
Robert Patrick, isn't he like one of yours, Jay?
One of mine, as far as
isn't he from like Arizona or something like that?
Oh, I don't know if he's from there. I remember him from
Marietta. He's from Marietta, Georgia. My bad.
Okay, yeah, I remember him.
Well, then he's close enough to one of mine. Got it.
Yeah,
he was fucking. He was the T-1000. You know what I mean? And then and then everything after that, he's just kind of grown as an actor. So everything after that is like he'll forever have a special place in my heart.
I love that Robert Patrick got because I guess they were trying to typecast him back in the 80s or in the 90s or whatever, and he was just like, no, I'm an actor. Yeah. And you see his social media posts, he's just a real he's just a normal dude that loves to ride bikes,
Mm-hmm. Yeah, absolutely.
He's a grace to the world. I love Robert Patrick.
I loved him in Sons of Anarchy. He did really good in Sons of Anarchy.
Yeah.
That was cool.
And then we got our boy Walton Goggins. I just watched a clip of him. They were just talking about how he was filming a couple things, and he was going through some stuff because his wife took her own life a couple years ago, a while ago, and that was and he was talking about resiliency. And getting through that, but being able and going back to places where he had memories with his ex-wife, and how all those memories flourish and stuff like that. And you start to hear these stories from some of these guys, because there are some really awesome actors that you look at, and some of them are super, you can tell that they're just really
down to earth.
I don't want to say humble, because we don't know that,
right?
But down to earth sounds like more.
Well, I think it's something that gets discussed every once in a while, but once you get to a certain age, I think we've talked about it here on the show.
Right.
Once you get to a certain age,
I was about to say that.
That's right. Oh, that's right. Robert Patrick's brother is the singer of Filter. I forgot about that.
Yeah.
Sorry. Go ahead, Jay.
No, I was just gonna. Well, once you reach a certain age, I would say somewhere between mid 30s and mid 40s. Once you start encroaching on middle age, no matter who you're around. If you're around somebody in your peer group, in your age group, everybody has been through some shit. Everyone, lottie-dottie, everybody, because you've lived long. At this point, you've lived long enough. Everybody has their own traumas. Everybody's had some nasty shit fucking happen, either through their own control or not, or without any of their control. Shit just happens in life, and you survive it, and you move on, and and you keep moving down the road. But by the time you get to 35, 40, 45, it doesn't matter who. Everybody's been through some shit. We're I'm getting to the age now where I have a lot of friends from my peer group back in Arizona that have already lost their parents. And it's kind of a terrifying thought. We don't like talking about stuff like that, generally speaking, but it's the truth. I've got plenty of friends that have already lost both of their parents, if not, and many more have already lost one. You know what I mean? And that's what I'm saying. It's it's one of those things where that's just part of the deal now. That is just part of the deal. You know what I mean? And it comes for us all. So the life experiences, once you reach a certain age, everybody has something in their fucking rucksack. Everybody. Some people's rucksacks are heavier. Some people's rucksacks are lighter, but everybody's carrying some fucking weight.
That's right.
Everybody.
Yeah.
No matter how good or bad or whatever you are, irrelevant. Everybody's carrying some weight. That's rant over.
Yep.
So,
well, what else you guys got?
Joe, did you do anything this week? Because I'm dying to tell this story, dude. Did you do anything this week?
Just normal shit. Nothing really special. We did last night because the kid's with her over at a friend's house this weekend. She'll be home in a couple hours.
Okay.
So me and the wife last night we watched Craven the Hunter.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Wasted your
She
time.
wanted to watch it. I was like, whatever, and I stared at my phone 90% of the time.
I was gonna say on a scale of 1 to it's a piece of shit. How big of a piece of shit was it?
So
like,
I will say that the one thing that I did like was the way they did Rhino in the movie.
Okay.
Where so in the past when we've seen Rhino, like in the end of what was it, Amazing Spider-Man 2, where it was Paul Giamatti fucking as Rhino in the big mech suit. Yeah.
I don't remember. Like,
but this time, like the way they did Rhino was cool because it was actually like he had some kind of experimental
right here.
treatment done to him to where his skin got hardened into the consistency of like rhino fucking hide.
Right. So it's like, so if he gets shot, like he's not gonna, the bullets aren't necessarily gonna fucking.
And like he has to wear like a backpack with some kind of tube attached to him to where it's not visible. And then if he detaches, he turns into fucking a gray fucking rhino with fucking a horn.
Interesting.
That was pretty cool because it was more real, like it was more comic accurate than what we've seen before.
I was just gonna, yeah, and so, for some characters, it works better than others. For some, not all. And I'm glad that if there's one good thing out of Craven, that sounds like something I could get on board with. You know what I mean? Like, and more comic accurate. You know what I mean?
They did change up kind of like the backstory for Craven a little bit with this movie because this was more an origin story for Craven. It wasn't really a like he was already Craven and just doing his thing. So it was pretty cool to see them try to do that.
Okay.
Whether it was really successful or not.
You're a braver man than me. You're not going to catch me fucking dead wasting my goddamn time on that movie. So you're braver than I am, dude.
The wife is a big like Aaron Taylor Johnson fan.
I love the dude.
She just thinks he's fucking hot. So
fair is fair.
So that's why we watched it, was because she just likes him.
I still have a man crush on fucking Jason Momoa. So I mean, I'm just gonna throw it out there.
Yo, speaking of Jason Momoa, he's just revealed that he's finished filming Lobo.
His parts as Lobo, because he's
they're making a Lobo
I think we're
movie?
gonna get the first taste of Lobo. So Lobo is a biker mercenary from the DC universe.
Jay's a huge fan of Lobo.
I know who the fuck Lobo is, bro. He gets into a fucking knife fight with Santa Claus, dude.
Because he's gonna be he's gonna be like, I think from what I understand, Lobo's the main antagonist in the Supergirl movie that they're filming.
Yeah.
I think if I'm not mistaken, in my closet, in my fucking comic in my little comic box, I've got 2 of them. There should be Lobocop, should still be in there, if I'm not mistaken. I still have Lobocop, where like he becomes like RoboCop, but it's Lobo.
Lobocop.
So it's like
I must have missed that fucking that issue.
It's fucking dude. It's worth every penny. Fucking look it up online. Order it off Amazon. It's a one-off. It's a single issue. It's a one-off, but it is fucking worth it. It's so hilarious.
Fucking Lobocop. Well, that's like, what was it? Justice League Unlimited, the animated show from the early 2000s, when Lobo came in to try to join the fucking Justice League.
From the dungeon, I don't, but I actually have a few that probably should be now. I have an entire set of a character called Sleepwalker. And if I'm not mistaken, there were only 33 issues. I have all 33 issues I have like the entire series. So I would never sell any of them like singularly. I would probably sell it like as a complete set, basically.
Yeah. Do you guys want to see a funny clip about a situation that Jason Momoa had with Lobo?
Yes, absolutely.
Sure.
So this was during press for Minecraft.
Is the white makeup for Lobo all over, or only the skin you can see?
What do you mean only skin you can see?
I mean, he wears a lot of armor and stuff sometimes.
Oh, he has to wear. Yeah, I mean, like, I'm covered.
100%.
I can't wait for Lobo.
I can't wait either, dude.
Dude, is it too late for a cameo?
I got a little pitch.
Dude, get me a cameo on Lobo.
Here, where's my phone?
I just want to say louder.
Laba.
Oh look, Jack Black fucking needs attention. Surprise.
Oh, dude, I was this close. I was this close.
Fucking Jason, don't do it. Fucking busted. His publicist.
I was
Jason's publicist in the background. Jason, don't do it. Because they don't, because it hasn't been shown what he looks like as Lobo yet, and they didn't want it leaked.
Right, right.
So he was about.
So his publicist is in the background, like, no, don't fucking unsend.
Thank you from the dungeon. Thank you. Like I've never these excuse me. These two can attest. Like I got nothing personal against the guy. I'm sure he's a great person in person, whatever. I've never been a fan of Jack Black. And these two know all too well. Like I'm just not a fan. Just not.
Yeah.
A fan. And that's whatever. So like,
yeah, I'm kind of glad because the kid wanted to go see the Minecraft movie. So this weekend when she was with her friend, they went to go see it because I didn't want to go fucking watch it.
I wouldn't. If Jack Black is in it,
even though I did kind of want to scream chicken jockey in the middle of a fucking movie theater and throw popcorn.
I saw some of that fucking shit.
In case anybody hasn't seen.
Yeah.
Bro,
yeah.
fuck.
That happened in New Jersey.
One dude got kicked out and he brought a whole ass fucking chicken with him.
Bro, I used to work in a fucking movie theater, dude, for 6 months, 6 agonizing fucking months while I was paying rent. By the way, I was not living with my parents when I did this. Making goddamn fucking minimum wage, cleaning up after all the fucking assholes in the that just saw the fucking movie. Okay, you little fucking cocksuckers, dude, fucking throwing popcorn around like fucking idiots, dude. Like you guys, you motherfuckers are the problem.
For chicken
okay?
jockey.
Fuck Jack Black. Okay, that's all I'm gonna say. Fuck Jack Black.
Oh,
okay, that's it.
There is one clip where someone did that and they brought a fucking chicken to the movie theater, like a live ass fucking whole chicken.
You don't get paid, dude. You don't get fucking paid enough. You don't get fucking paid enough to put up with fucking shit like that. Like it's not. I quit. I would literally walk the fuck out. Like this is why it's better that I
don't want to be a part of it.
Thank you. Like that. Like nobody gets paid enough to put up with that kind of fucking bullshit. You know what I mean? Like that's that shit where. Like I'm 44 years old. I would walk the fuck out. I would quit on the spot.
I agree.
Oh my god, are you two fuckers done, dude? Quit fucking play. You guys know what's gonna happen.
It's too fun.
You guys know what happens if we can keep push.
Suck a chode.
Okay. You're gonna keep pushing fuck
I
around.
don't take no shit from anyone. I smoke my stogie anywhere I want. I don't have to find a hideout place like you.
I have a lot of Arnold buttons. I'm sick in the head.
Okay, that's dude. Arnie never gets old, dude. So do you guys want to hear what happened to me this week?
Sure.
Well, you're alive, so
yes. I am alive. Thankfully, right?
I don't need to play telephone to hear about this. So
so we talk about it kind of somewhat infrequently, but often enough here on the show. I do group therapy on Tuesdays. I've been having some car issues, so I've been getting a ride from one of my buddies from the group. He happens to be a Vietnam vet. He's like 75 years old. You know what I mean? He'll come and pick me up. We swing around the corner. We go have breakfast at a little greasy spoon around the corner from my house, and then we fucking hightail it down to where the vet center is to do our group therapy for the week, right? Anywho. So this week we pull into the parking garage off of this one street, right? And like as soon as we pull into the parking garage, two KCPD cruisers like pull in behind us and they fucking throw their cherries on. And like both of us are kind of like, is that for us? You know what I mean? Is that like wonder what's going on? So he pulls over kind of like in this like kind of to the side of like the parking garage. And one of the cruisers pulls in like right behind us and he rolls his window down. And all of a sudden I hear driver, turn off the engine. And dude, he looks at me. I look at him. I was like, you better turn off the engine.
You might want to fucking do what he's saying, bro.
He's
you know, like when you like, you know, when you can like hear the tone, you know what I mean? And you're kind of
like he was not fucking happy. He was pissed off, and you were about to do what he told. You would have got tased if you didn't turn off that car engine.
I just want like, before I finish telling the story, I want to remind everybody this is on a Tuesday, and like this is a Tuesday in Jay's world. This is like, just give me a random day that ends in Y. This is the kind of shit that happens to me, okay? Because I'm not even done yet. This is so
this is just the fucking beginning.
Just the beginning.
He hasn't even gotten out the car yet.
Not yet, but he's about to. Because the next command was open the door, step outside the vehicle, face forward, and back up towards me. I was like, and I'm sitting there like in the passenger seat. I'm like, oh fuck! Like what is like something pinged? Something had to have pinged in the system, right? What the fuck is going on? Because like they're not playing. They are not fucking playing. Okay, so like, you know, and like he does what he's told, you know, and they say a couple of things to me, and at this point, I'm in the passenger side. I'm holding my hands up like this because they still have their lights on. And we're in a parking garage. So I'm just holding my hands up like this so they can see inside the vehicle that like my hands are fucking free, right? Then they say, passenger exit the vehicle. So of course I do as I'm told. And I did the same thing he did. Fucking put my fucking hands up and I fucking backed up. And as soon as I get to the officer that's there, he's like, I'm gonna need to detain you for a second. I was like, okay, okay. Like, what am I gonna do? Say fucking no? You know what I mean? Like
you're gonna run?
You say this as if it's a fucking question. Yet I know I have zero fucking options. You dickhead.
I have no power here. You know what I mean? Like,
you have no power here.
So they put the bracelets on. Your friendly neighborhood Jay. And the cop's like, because you could tell the cop was confused, but he started asking me a couple questions. He's like, "Is that car stolen?" And I was like, "Hell no, dude." I was like, we come here for group therapy every week. Like, no, it's not stolen. And my buddy, he's on the other side of the squad car. And he's talking to two KCPD guys. Long story short, this is how it got pinged. So most law enforcement vehicles have cameras now, and they run and they scan your plates automatically.
Oh, nice.
So if you're just driving forward,
the scan fucked up.
It pinged hard in the system. Let me tell you about the lottery ticket, and this is the shit that happens to me. Lottery ticket shit. Same make, same model. He's a disabled vet, so he's only got 4 alphanumeric digits on his license plate.
And those 4 digits matched 4 digits on the fucking stolen vehicle's plate.
It was the only difference was the stolen car had Oregon plates. His obviously were Missouri plates.
Missouri, yeah. So
same make, same so it pinged basically 3 of the 4. So no shit, it fucking pinged hard. And like so your boy got put in cuffs, and then I got released. Right, no big deal.
Oh shit.
Yeah, I'm sitting there in handcuffs, just waiting for them to figure out like what the fuck.
This is Democracy Manifest.
So like, you know, I got to play catch and release. You know what I mean? Like they got to play catch and release with your friendly neighborhood Jay, right? we continue on. We go and park. We're getting ready to walk into the building, kind of joking about it. And I looked at him. I was like, you know, it's kind of funny. Today was only like the second time in my entire life I've been in handcuffs. And you should just remember when I like was throwing up the gang signs and your guys' faces like dropped. He looked at me with this like look of like shock. He was like, "You were in handcuffs?" and I was like, "Yeah, dude. Like, you know, like, what would you do?" It's like, well, it's like they didn't put him in handcuffs.
Oh
like,
shit!
It's like it's a 75-year-old dude. Like, come on. But then when Jay gets out of the fucking passenger side,
they gave Jay fucking bracelets.
It's like, if you were the police officer in that scenario, what the fuck would you do?
Yeah, I'm putting cuffs on you too, buddy.
Yeah, I'm cuffing your ass. I mean, I'm not gonna fucking lie here.
We're not taking chances here, kids. Okay,
You look like you could run.
Not only could I run, dude, I'm like 6 foot, 200 pounds of fuck you if I want to be.
Jesus Christ.
You know what I mean? Like that's like no shit. I would put me in handcuffs too.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
in another world, Jay would have. Yeah,
There was a time. I knew nothing was wrong. My buddy's a great. My buddy's a great dude. But
He fucking looked at you like, wait, you were in handcuffs?
Like, they had you in handcuffs? And I looked at him. I was like, yeah, dude. Like, come on. What would you?
I've stood next to fucking Jay. Yeah, I've got about 115, 120 pounds on him. However, he's got height and a little bit more reach.
I was gonna say I got a little bit of a span.
So I'm gonna take the wingspan away from him by putting him in fucking shiny new bracelets.
if you're smart, you fucking will. Goddamn right, dude.
I ain't fucking stupid. If I was a cop and I fucking pulled over and Jay's tall fucking lanky ass fucking got out the car, nope, cuffs. We're just fucking. I'm gonna go ahead and put you in cuffs right now for my safety and your safety.
This is for everyone's safety. And the funny part too is, like I said at the beginning, I heard the tone, so I knew they were on. They thought they were recovering stolen property, so they weren't going to take any chances. I still don't know because I backed up. I didn't look at anybody. So like I don't know if they had a hand on their hip or if I already had a goddamn gun pointed at me. I couldn't tell you guys. I couldn't fucking tell you guys. All right, but wouldn't be the fucking first time.
Jay wasn't taking any chances. He was not looking back. He was following fucking orders, and he was keeping his hands like this so they could see every fucking one of his damn digits.
Now, depending on situations, sometimes they will have their weapons out drawn, right?
Goddamn right. And like I said, when I heard driver shut off the engine, I knew they weren't fucking playing. Just by the tone, I was like, "Oh, I've done detainee operations. I know that tone of voice. That's a do not fuck with us voice."
Yep.
Do not fuck with us because we will fuck hard. We'll fuck back and we'll fuck hard. You know what I mean? Like it's and I was like, your boy Jay wasn't gonna fucking test those waters. Okay. It was not gonna test those waters at all. Like it wasn't the time or the day.
If I was Jay, I would have looked at my boy and been like, you got secrets? Because you should probably let them out now.
That was the funniest part. Is like the entire time I wasn't worried. This was not one of those like I'm hanging out with one of like the homies and like, dude, do you have a warrant? You know what I mean? Or something like this dude's a fucking 75-year-old Vietnam vet just had fucking back surgery. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, he's not fucking running from the cops. He's not fucking doing stupid shit.
He ain't. It was a glitch in the system. But that's how the system works. That's how the system works.
I will go ahead and say this right now. And this is the thing where at least you and your vet buddy here have cool heads on you, because knowing how other people in this fucking world are, they'd have got him fucking misflagged. They'd have started mouthing the fuck off.
Yep.
And then we'd have had a fucking news story because a cop shot somebody. Because here's the thing, from prior law enforcement background, I can also inform you, they had fucking guns drawn when they had you guys get out the fucking vehicle.
Probably
didn't look, which was a good fucking call. I will say that was the smartest fucking decision you've probably ever made, Jay.
I've done
eyes front, hands up, fucking walk back slowly.
That might have only been the second time I've been in bracelets. That is far from the first time I've had fucking guns on me. It's far from the first time.
So I mean, because
when you don't have a gun to play back with, it's not a game. You lose.
You said the plates for the stolen vehicle were Oregon plates. So at this point, they're thinking, this car's fucking.
They had to go through the system to see what, because he was talking to two officers on that side of the cruiser. I was still on the passenger side with the dude that was behind me, and I could tell they started getting confused. So they were like, "What is?" They're like, they knew something was wrong, but obviously they detained me because I'm clearly more of a threat than the poor old bastard that was driving the car.
The poor old bastard wearing a fucking back brace that just had surgery.
So you could tell there was a little confusion. And I told him, I was like, we come here every week for fucking group therapy. We're going to the vet center
every week. We take the exact same fucking car. This isn't,
Well, and then fucking the dude the cop thanked me afterwards for being compliant. I'm sitting there thinking like, what was I gonna do? You know what I mean?
Like I'm not gonna fucking try to get shot. What the fuck do I?
I'm just trying to go to therapy. You know
I've got
what I mean?
3 fucking combat tours under my belt. I've been shot at enough. I'm not trying to get shot at fucking stateside. What the fuck do I look like?
Yeah.
Pretty please with sugar on top. Can I not be in like an officer involved shooting? like is that too much?
That'd have been fucking one hell of a news article for me, and I can just see it now. That if that didn't play out the way it did, me and John doing this episode today without you because you got fucking shot, and us having to explain to the audience why Jay's no longer with us.
It's like why or why Jay's in the fucking hospital, like handcuffed to the fucking bed. You know what I mean? Like
Jay's in the hospital in a vegetative fucking state because he took a fucking round to the spinal cord.
Jay's mugshot would be the episode cover.
That would be funny. It would be slightly humorous, if not ironic, because of how hard I actually do try to like be a good boy. You know what I mean?
Well, I mean, if we want to use mugshots for fucking podcast covers, give me 5 minutes. I can pull my own.
Oh, please! I would love that. So we got two major things to talk about. I want to save the veteran stuff for last though, because it's a big topic about like service animals and our friend Doc Shop. But one thing that we didn't touch upon, and from the dungeon, if the Xbox news is not them saying that they're going to die out, then it's not news. Xbox is over with. But the Schedule 1. And if you guys don't know what Schedule 1 is, it is a crafting simulator game where you make drugs and sell them.
Okay.
It has over 450,000 players. It is a smash hit right now.
Okay.
From the dungeon. They're dead. They're dead. Xbox is dead. Now, Schedule 1 is very popular. We all like, I mean, personally for me, I like my simulators. This game sounds great for kids. Oh, absolutely.
Hey, that's what they said about GTA, right?
Yeah. You know, and actually I actually had a great conversation about that with Cyberboy too. But anyways, the Schedule 1 is the graphics look a bit cartoony, but you have fun with it, right? You make weed, you make meth.
Have you played it? Have you played it?
I have not played it. For some odd reason, I've been kind of reserved on it because, you know, when I see everybody playing something, I'm kind of like, you know, it might be overhyped. I'll give it time.
Like sit back and wait and watch.
Yeah. So now, holy shit, Squillini.
Told you I'd show it to you.
Yeah,
that's a great photo.
Excuse me while I whip this out. Like,
yeah.
The worst part is I just have it fucking right there. Like that.
Yeah, it's like it's just ready to go. Like
it's a fucking conversation piece, you know. It's hanging up. It's framed on the fucking wall.
Oh man,
we are so silly.
Okay, so I'm gonna show you some numbers right now.
He's gonna show us his fucking mugshot next.
Yeah, right?
I wish I fucking had one, dude.
It was a surprise photo that was taken while the bidet was fucking whispering sweet nothings to it while kissing his asshole.
Listen, guys, guys get your asshole played with. Okay, it is a real thing.
You already know. I'm quite the connoisseur of you know, a little bit of the freaking on that side on that. You know what I mean? Like so. Look, I'm not afraid to let the ladies around my butthole, dude.
Remember, Jay. Spare the rod, right?
I'm just saying, dude.
But yeah, so Schedule 1 is a drug simulator game. You get to do all this stuff, but then there's another game called Drug Simulator. Now, Drug Simulator, I mean, I'm just gonna show you the numbers real quick, okay? Because numbers don't lie, right?
Functionally, but yes.
So this is the numbers for Drug Simulator 1. At an all-time peak, 7,500 players, right?
Uh-huh.
Now we're going to look at Drug Simulator 2. 9,126 all-time peak. Okay. Now we're going to look at Schedule 1. Are you ready?
I think I see where this is going. Go ahead. 460,000, basically.
Yeah,
that's quite a bit. So the numbers are huge.
Schedule 1. I'm trying to think because I think I've got somebody. I know somebody that's been playing this.
Yeah, I know
images for the game.
If you want, I'll pull up footage.
You can. I'm okay with that.
Of what? Schedule 1, right?
Yeah.
Oh, oh yeah, that's right. I gotta watch that later. Mysterious shooting of Weezer bassist wife. I know you guys heard.
I heard about that.
That shit's crazy.
Don't run out of your house fucking trying to shoot people that the cops are chasing, kids.
Yeah.
Just like again going back to like don't fuck with the cops when the cops are doing their business.
Yep.
That's part of it. Don't run out of your fucking don't run into your backyard playing fucking Yosemite Sam. Okay.
Oh yeah. No, I've got a buddy that's playing this fucking game. I can already tell you just from looking at the
Sorry about that. Okay.
You're good.
Yeah, I mean,
look, Cleary,
what's going on? Our resident recruiter. But yeah, this is Schedule 1. I mean, look, it looks fun. It looks like a fun game to play. You know, I love crafting sims. I love sims in general. You know what I mean? So like something like this is really up my alley. And the devs of Drug Dealer Simulator are suing the shit out of the one man who made this game. One man named Tyler, and the studio is called Tyler's Game Studio. That's what it is.
Why what are they what's the basis that they're suing for? Like what's their excuse for fucking suing, I guess? Like what are they saying? That he ripped off their idea or
yes. So this is
why we can't have nice things, kids. This is why we can't have nice things.
I have an article here from Insider Gaming. So Schedule 1 is not being sued yet, but the game is under investigation for IP copyright infringement. Pep Business published a document titled Movie Games Essay Decisions to commence investigation against the creators of Schedule 1 production for claims regarding the infringement of the issuer's IP and related to committing an act of unfair competition against it.
Because he created a fucking game?
Yeah.
Like, bruh.
Where's that sound effect? Bruh. Like, bruh. Thank you.
Like, dude, it's the fucking video game industry. Everybody's competing against everybody in fucking video games.
I got one for you.
We do not care.
You know, like, this sounds
emotional damage.
It is legitimately petty. You know, they made a better game than them. Well, Tyler made a better game than them.
Joe, I just sent something to the group chat. Put it up when you're ready.
Okay, it is ridiculous. Okay, and like, why wouldn't it just be easier to hire him?
I don't understand what like outside of jealousy. I don't even know. These motherfuckers are so happy and so crazy.
What the fuck is this, Jay?
It's my fuck. That's the only mugshot that exists of me.
That's Jay's mugshot.
That's my mugshot.
So John, how's it feel?
Motherfucker.
How's it feel to be the one guy out of the three of us that doesn't have a mugshot, and the two that do have mugshots both did 3 tours of combat?
I have been arrested before, but I got arrested for hopping the turnstile in New York City. So
which is kind of ridiculous by itself. Like that shouldn't even be considered like that's like a civil offense. It's not even like.
Well, I didn't have identification either, so that.
Oh.
Yeah, I forgot to add that part in as well. But yeah, Schedule 1 getting sued. But I'm going to tell you something. I'm probably going to buy it. I'll probably buy it this weekend, to be honest with you, just to give it a shot because it looks fun. You know, it's not different than what me and my homie Bear. You know, what we do in GTA RP sometimes and in other games, you know, we We make
Just
drugs.
like,
You know,
craft stuff and then fucking sell it and fucking rinse, repeat, right? Like,
yeah.
We had a talk, Bear. We had a we had a little talk. Your boy Jay had a little bit of an adventure with the Kansas City Police Department this week, but nothing was bad, nothing was wrong. But yeah, I ended up in Bracelets for about 2 minutes. So
he's playing Schedule 1.
He's playing it right now.
He just said I started playing last night. I didn't hit the hate till 4 a.m.
Makes sense.
You know what I was doing last night? I was making candles with my wife.
That's wholesome. That's
cool.
That's cool. Like nothing wrong with that.
We're getting the store going. But yeah, holy shit. I mean, the game looks fun. The whole situation is petty in my eyes.
It sounds petty. As fuck. Sounds petty as fuck.
If you have the money, bonding time is always good. Yes, it is. We're making t-shirts. I'm going to need your shirt size too. Sounds like Kansas City has a new mayor called Kingpin. Which guys, if you're not watching Daredevil right now, it's so fucking good.
Is it really? Did they do a good job?
They did it's very comic accurate, and they're trying to get all the vigilantes like rounded up.
Well, I mean, honestly, the original seasons of Daredevil back when it was Netflix doing the show were great, and I'm glad that Disney didn't scrap Charlie Cox or Vincent D'Onofrio to fucking
D'Onofrio.
Fucking.
Can I say something about Vincent real quick? Vincent D'Onofrio has this menacing voice as Kingpin, but when you hear him doing his interviews, he's like a soft puppy. He's so calm.
He's so fucking
He's a great actor. He's a great fucking actor.
Great actor. He's really down to earth. I've met him a few times.
That's fucking Private Pile from goddamn Full Metal Jacket, kids. Like he's been around for a hot minute. I'm sorry?
He only watched the movie once.
What, Full Metal Jacket?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's actually, people have asked him, like, how many times has he gone back and watched it? And he's only watched it one time.
When it came out.
I imagine that's entirely possible. I mean, well, you know, I like some of his more unheralded performances. Like there's a movie with Jennifer Lopez called The Cell.
Yes.
He was in that shit, and like he played a very, very like menacing character in that.
Very underrated movie, by the way.
Very underrated.
Like I don't find Jennifer Lopez to be a great actress.
That was a good movie.
And at that time, Vince Vaughn did a fucking great job in that movie.
It was one of those like blink and you missed it, but like I saw it in the theaters, and it's kind of a mind fuck. It's like one of those like mind fuck movies. So it's like, well, fuck, dude. Like,
well, yeah, his role in Law and Order also was really fucking good. Like,
right.
Yep. He's one of those actors where like you're gonna get something good. Whatever it is, it's gonna be good.
Well, and that's where I'm glad, they kept him.
Sorry.
No.
Yeah, you know, like when like the neighborhood animals start going fucking ape shit, you're kind of like,
yeah,
what the fuck's going on over there? You know what I mean?
Like, speaking of neighborhood animals,
he wants to be Swamp Thing for the DC universe.
Speaking of,
I can see that, but isn't he getting? He's getting a little old, isn't he?
He can do it.
What were you gonna say, Joe? I didn't mean to interrupt. Sorry.
Well, no, I'm going to circle back on the Swamp Thing thing. I could see that, though.
Yeah.
I
mean, yeah, he's getting a little old. However,
he's a big dude. I could see it.
It'll work.
I could see it working.
But speaking of neighborhood animals, last night I about had to shoot a fucking coyote on my back porch.
You did, or you were about to?
I was about to.
Holy shit.
Somebody had their fucking, about 2 weeks ago, somebody let this giant fucking dog like out of their fucking yard or whatever. And my neighbor couldn't get into their fucking carport. I heard the car honking outside, like for like, I don't know, just laying on the fucking horn. It's like 4:00 in the afternoon.
Trying to scare it.
I finally fucking opened my door, and there's a fucking like 80-pound fucking fuck you dog, like just in the street. And like, mind you guys, I'm talking about my next
dog,
dude. Like, I'm talking about my next door neighbor across the street from me, directly across the street, both houses across from me, from my house. There's small children in both of those houses. Small children. This
Uh,
dog
so
was.
Would that dog eat them alive if that?
Oh, easily. And dude, I went to my house. I went to my house and got a fucking. It's called a boken. It's like a practice sword.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's a boken. And I
A wooden practice sword.
Yeah, I started fucking banging on my fucking front porch, fucking to get its attention. And the motherfucking thing like ran up into my yard, and I was like, holy shit! Like I'm about to fucking I was debating like pulling my fucking pistol and fucking like killing it, like straight up, because it was. I don't really have a lot of fear of animals, okay, but I will fucking kill them. I will fucking kill them.
Yeah,
Like,
what happened in my case was one of the cats was sitting at our back door and he started fucking hissing. And instead of flicking the light on the back deck, I went out the carport and came around through the backyard, and I had my gun with me because I'm like, if I come up on something, I'm fucking shooting.
Yes.
And I shined my flashlight up onto the back deck, and there's this fucking coyote pup. It was a cub. It wasn't a full grown. But he was just fucking sitting there staring through my fucking back window, and cats on the other side of the glass, coyotes on this side. And I fucking grabbed something and I made a loud noise, and he fucking took off and hopped over the fucking fence and left.
Contrary to prior belief, coyotes are fucking fast. They are fucking. I've seen a coyote chase down and kill a rabbit in Tucson. And like they're way fast. Coyotes are way faster than the Roadrunner. Okay, I know. No. It's not about being trigger happy. We're talking about menacing fucking animals. Like it's a fucking animal. Like that dog.
Which the law would be more compassionate with the shooter too in a situation like that.
Well, and the thing is,
I don't like the thought of fucking opening fire in my fucking neighborhood and then B killing a fucking animal. Okay, but.
I don't either. And my thing is, here's my thing. I live in a residential area. There's tons of fucking little kids in the area. That coyote poses a threat. I'm not going to feed it, first off, because then it's just going to think food and stay in the fucking area.
And I'm going to come back.
And it's going to keep coming back.
And also, having grown up in Arizona, like coyotes will fucking take small animals, cats, fucking dogs. Yep. They'll snatch them and they'll be gone.
That's the thing, DB. It was that close. It was because I grabbed a stick and I banged it on my AC unit to kind of startle it to see what it was going to do. I already had my pistol was already fucking unholstered.
That's exactly what I did.
Because if there was two scenarios that could have played out, coyote ran off or coyote charged at me. Coyote charged at me. Coyote would have gotten shot.
Bink, bink. Bink,
because
bink.
I was already fucking in fucking shooter ready position to fucking go. But I was giving it a fucking chance to get the fuck off my property.
Yeah, it was. I'm
Next time I see it on my property, though, I'm not gonna give it a chance.
I know a lot. I know, and I have a lot of friends.
Yeah, for real.
I have a lot of friends, both male and female, that have legitimate phobias regarding large animals. I've never really had that phobia per se, but I know dogs can fuck you up. Like, and especially the bigger they get, the bigger they get, the easier they're not to kill. Like, it doesn't make it easier to kill.
So DB, yes, I grew up in the fucking middle of nowhere, where a coyote on our property we would have just fucking shot.
Got it. Yep.
But now that I live in a residential area, and there's a lot of kids around. And plus, it was 10:30, 11 o'clock at night. The last thing I wanted to have to do was discharge my firearm in a residential area at 11 o'clock at night.
And then you got to call the fucking cops on yourself.
Because now, exactly. Now I'm having to call law enforcement and say, hey, you're probably going to get reports of shots fired. Like, I had a coyote in my backyard. He charged at me. I had to fucking shoot him. Here's my address. Come over.
Yep. Now you're doing fucking paperwork, possibly spending like a few hours downtown.
I wouldn't have spent any hours downtown because I'd have fucking left the coyote body laying there as proof.
I don't know what the municipal codes are here in Independence where I live, dude, but I gotta assume like it'd be paperwork for me. It'd be a lot of paperwork.
So it would be
And I don't want to, and also I don't want to surrender my firearms. You know what I
so
mean?
that's
So
the thing. It's
we're not going out like Yosemite Sam here. You know what I mean? It's like fucking.
That's the thing with where I'm at, because I didn't shoot a person, I shot an animal that was posing a threat. I wouldn't have to surrender my firearms or do any paperwork. I would just have to report it because obviously the cops would get fucking calls from neighbors and shit of shots fired.
And if there's a fucking dead animal just laying in somebody's goddamn front yard or the fucking street, you know what I mean? And and by the way, this fucking giant dog I was fucking with had a fucking collar on. So guarantee you, like it was somebody's fucking goddamn dog. You know what I mean? And that motherfucking thing did not belong like out. You know what I mean? Like
that's like the fucking guy. Out. That reminds me of the guy in the Bronx who had a tiger in his apartment.
Yeah. So I mean, it was one of those scenarios where it's like, I would have if it had charged at me, I would have shot.
Of course.
But
what else are you gonna fucking do?
I'm not trying to have to fucking shoot. I'm gonna try to startle it away first.
If the goddamn coyote fucking bites you, guess what you have to get? A fucking rabies shot. And from what I understand,
it's not fucking fun. I've been there, done that, had to do it.
They're not fun to fucking get, from what I understand. They're not fucking fun.
There it is. The cops here in Texas are
and that's kind of the same way here where I'm at, DB, is, cops are super fucking understanding.
Where I live, Joe and John can attest, where I live, like, it's very urban. It's very urban where I live. So like, I might not get the same grace from the local PD as like Joe would for discharging a firearm. Like I might be within my right and they might let me off and everything might be hunky dory, but there's a lot more to answer for where I live than like where Joe is. You know what I mean?
And the thing is, there's always there's smart things to do in these scenarios. Like if I had to discharge my firearm last night to shoot this fucking coyote, I would have called law enforcement, cleared the fucking gun, sat the gun down.
Yep. 100%.
And stood outside waiting for law enforcement to show up, hands fucking visible.
With all fucking 10 of your digits, highly visible at all times.
Yep.
Fucking keep them.
And then they show up. I show them the fucking coyote body. I'm like, listen, I'm not fucking lying. This is why I discharged my firearm. It was coming at me. And then they would have just said, okay, have a good day, and fucking went on their way, because that's how things work here in the fucking South, because we have those problems.
Yeah. I'm going to be perfectly honest. Missouri is pretty lax when it comes to firearms and like everything's legal here. Everything is Missouri's kind of
Missouri's permitless carry, so you don't even need to go get a CCW.
No, but there's a big difference between them being okay with you having weapons and you discharging them in a fucking neighborhood.
Yep.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like there's a big, and then we got to talk about things like going back to our Army days. What's your backdrop? What is behind? What is behind what you're shooting? What is behind whatever I'm aiming at? The backdrop is whatever's behind that. What if I miss? Where's the bullet going if I miss? Is it going into the ground? Is it going to go into a fucking house across the street? Is it going to go across a meadow? Across a meadow and fucking impact, like 50 meters away. I don't, like that's that shit you got to think about, but you only got about fucking 0.2 seconds to think about it. So it's like, it's one of those, like, don't play if you're not coming for fucking, don't play if you're not willing to fucking go all in. Do not play if you're not willing to go all in. You have to, it's like one of those things where, like, just don't play, kids. Just don't. When the officer says when the officer says driver, shut off the engine in that voice, do what the fuck they say. Don't play. Just don't.
Well, and that's my fucking everyday carry around right there. Hornady critical defense. It mushrooms out. It's not going through a fucking wall. It's going to hit its initial target, mushroom, and fucking stop. Because
mine are slugs, so they might.
Because living in a urban area, you do not want to use an FMJ.
Yeah,
I don't want to go full.
I don't have FMJ, but mine are slugs, and they very well might go into a fucking house. You know what I mean? Like, that's straight up, like, just being perfectly honest.
This in an urban area, this is a fucking range round.
Yep.
You do not want to have this for fucking home defense or anything like that, because it's gonna fucking go for straight through target A into fucking God knows what fucking else.
That's why I don't utilize my M4 for home defense, because I can fire through fucking walls with it. Literally.
Yeah, it's and to answer DB, it's 9.
From the dungeon, you can't post links on the chats at all. We don't allow that.
Sorry, buddy.
Former LSU, only to prevent people, because I don't, especially with the things that are going on with me. If you post it, we don't want no one getting
from the dungeon. That's totally not your fault. That's like one of our personal policies here. Is we don't allow links.
It won't work
unless we put them up, and that's we haven't had a lot of issues over the years with it, but we've had a couple where people have tried to troll us, if you want to call it that. And so we it's a blanket policy to just kind of keeps the riffraff out. Keeps the riffraff out.
So we got to get out of here soon, but we do have breaking news. Former LSU wide receiver Kyron Lacy passed away Saturday night in Houston at the age of 24. Played 5 college seasons.
Oh, dude.
And had declared for the 2025 NFL draft in December.
Well, that hurts my heart. Was it a car wreck? Was it like? Is it just now breaking? Is this like breaking? Like it just came out?
2 hours ago, it's just coming out.
Does it say anything about
car wreck? Was it domestic?
That shit fucking breaks my heart. Like 24, dude. Like that's
so
young.
So I don't. So the cause of death is not immediately unknown, but the first thing that they're mentioning here is that he was accused of causing a crash that killed a 78-year-old man in December. But all they're saying is that they have found him dead. They haven't said anything like that.
God damn, dude. Well, that sucks.
DB knows who he is. He was supposed to be a G coming up. Damn, that's horrible. Now we do have some triggering stuff here. And this really goes. I mean, this happened to one of our veteran brothers, Frank Shupp, Doc Shupp. He has been a guest on the show. A little background and context of him. Himself and a group of other people work with Nightlife Entertainment and the New Jersey Veterans Network, which provide services to veterans who are struggling. They've helped me before. You know, this isn't a sponsorship or an affiliation, nothing. These are just veterans doing good by veterans. And our brother in uniform. I'm going to throw a picture up with his dog Shadow. Great dog, by the way.
More Doc Shupp.
So, and this is for everybody who also has a service dog too. This is not just a veteran issue. This happens to a lot of people who have service animals. But in this specific situation, combat veteran goes into ShopRite, tell him he can't come in with it, that he needs to leave the dog in the car. Okay, they told him he needs to leave the dog in the car. Now, we do understand that some companies have a grievance with animals because maybe some of them shit on the floor or they're pissing, but service animals don't do that.
In general, service animals are supposed to be fucking trained.
Exactly. So. And I have another conversation to kind of piggyback off this too, because there are people out there who are fucking it up for people who actually need service animals.
Yes, there is. That's probably why certain companies have those fucking policies to begin with.
Mm-hmm.
Don't come in with a goddamn emotional support parrot, you know, and expect people to give a fuck. You know what I mean?
They told our boy no. Okay, and I know he's not the only one that's gone through this, because there's a guy here in my town that has a service pony. You know what I mean? But
if I could just say a service pony.
Listen, for whatever reason, you know, he had that's his service animal. But
whatever helped, I guess. Whatever helped.
And the service animals, the pony's not shitting all over the place, you know. It's not.
I would certainly hope he's not trying to go fucking grocery shopping with it too.
Yes.
What?
Yeah, we've seen the pony a couple times at
Okay.
You never see it through the window.
Okay.
The guy fucking walking with the thing.
I'll shut the fuck up. Like that's. I know not everybody can be a fan of dogs or whatever, but the original intent of a service animal is supposed to be an animal that can be commanded, and is, you know what I mean. That's kind of a part of what the assistance is there for.
Yeah.
It's like, so ponies are cool, but they're not dogs. You know what I mean? Like, and like same with a parrot or a badger or a fucking ferret or whatever. Like, if that's your thing, that's cool. But like, that's probably part of the reason why Doc Shupp didn't get to go grocery shopping with his service animal.
Yeah, and it's truly a damn shame, because there are laws that help. They're supposed to help with this. If you guys ever looking for other veterans, VFWs usually have a decent amount of good people. One in the same. Oh yeah, Jay's locked in.
I'm a life member. I'm a life member of the VFW. Like, we'll have a conversation about the VFW like on another show. We can actually have a long conversation about the VFW and other organizations like the Legion, Disabled American Veterans, the DAV. There's a lot of places you can go to kind of like, just if you need to lock in, if you need to be around other people of your ilk, you know, in your tribe. Yeah. If you need to find people that are in your tribe, there's ways to do it, and we can have a long conversation about that probably on a different show. But yeah, that actually, if I'm being honest, like, is that not what we are sometimes? It's just an emotional support fucking animal. Like, we're just like these big lumbering fucking apes, and we like grunt and fucking burp and fart a lot, but like,
yeah,
you know what I mean? But for some reason they love us. For some reason the ladies love us. So we're lucky bastards when they do.
Yeah,
we're really lucky bastards when they do.
So where are we standing with this situation? Like, how do we? If
it's a dog, I don't even know if they were allowed to tell him no. If it's a dog, I don't even know if they were legally allowed to do that. Like, to be perfectly honest, if you're gonna make a blanket statement, no animals allowed in the store, then you are going directly against like, you have to have like wheelchair access, right?
Yeah.
You know, you're supposed to have like wheelchair access, handicap parking. You know, you're going against the grain of you're providing a service and you're providing a product, but you're telling a specific percentage of the population, you're not welcome here. You're not welcome here. And I don't think even in the even in the current administration, I still don't think that's legal. I don't think it's legal to do that.
Yeah, I don't think so either. And I think the only thing,
it's very discriminatory.
I think the only thing they can ask is proof of service animal. I think that's really it.
That's my understanding too. Is that they can't ask what your specific disabilities are. They can ask what is the animal for? Like what is the animal doing for you?
What does the animal what service does the animal provide is really the extent of it, because there's no official like paperwork. There's no licensing, there's no paperwork, and
you got to do the HIPAA thing. It's HIPAA.
Yeah.
You do not have to answer questions about your health or any health related
So
problem.
there is actually a story I've got about that from the dungeon.
What's that?
Service.
Oh my God.
Alligators.
God damn it. God damn it.
So we'll save that conversation for next week.
Can I go watch the Royals play, please?
Yeah, we're at the end too, but I do have information here.
What you got?
Under the Americans with Disability Act, service dogs are legally allowed in all places, including grocery stores like ShopRite. Staff cannot require documentation or proof of training. They can only ask two questions. Is the dog a service animal required because of a disability? And what work or task has the dog been trained to perform? If your dog was a trained service animal, not just an emotional support animal, they cannot be refused entry unless the dog is out of control and handler doesn't take effective action and the dog is not housebroken, which that's,
that should be standard with a fucking goddamn service animal. That should already be fucking standard. You know, I know plenty of people that have, you see the service dogs for people that have like seizures because they can fucking predict the goddamn, they can smell it. They can smell it coming. So they know when their owner / handler is about to have like a fucking grand mal seizure.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
It also says here that, and you know, I will tell Frank Shup this. There might be a case. You know, you could file an ADA complaint, and you could talk to the civil rights office. Your state, like it even says here, that your state may also have disability rights protections beyond federal law.
Yeah, hit up the fucking ACLU for that. It's American Civil Liberties Union. Like, fucking hit it up. Like I got. You're not gonna. Yeah, I'll shut the fuck up because that's. It kind of gets it really kind of gets my goads. You know what I mean? Like it's like hearing about. You know, we all have our experiences, like we discussed earlier. Yep. We've all been through some shit. We're all carrying some weight, and then when you get told something on top of all the bullshit you're already fucking wading through, it's like swimming in fucking oatmeal, and then you just get some dickhead that's like, no, you can't, and it's like, the fuck do you mean I can't? What do you mean? No, fuck you, dude. You know what I mean? Like, yes, I can. Fuck you, but you can't. In a polite society, you can't fucking do that, right? In a polite society, you just have to fucking swallow it. You have to fucking swallow it and walk away and fight the good fight on a different day. Because, thank you. Swallow it. It's only your dignity. Suck it. It's only your dignity. Suck it. Okay? Like, anyways.
Get your hand off my penis!
It's always got to turn sexual, doesn't it?
Yeah, I mean, because it was getting a little.
FBI, open up!
God damn it!
I thought I was the one in handcuffs. You're the one getting jumpy. It's like, careful, everyone. John might fold under pressure. Okay, like.
Like there's a reason I don't work customer service. Yeah, that's the reason why I do this now.
I'm like a master blaster when it comes to like the polite voice and like the yes sirs, the no sirs, the fucking like. I know how to play the game. I know how to fucking play the game. And that's why I'm not handcuffed to a hospital bed right now.
You know what I do? You know what I do love? You know what I do love about this job? I could say fuck you to my coworkers. I could say whatever the fuck, and I won't get in trouble for it. So fuck you both.
Fuck you too, asshole. Fuck you too.
And you're not gonna get fired.
No,
you know,
I know I'm not. I know I'm not.
Like, shut up, bitch!
Oh, Pete,
Are you guys done? Are you guys done?
Yes, coming is by having sex with a woman and coming.
Do you suffer from a lack of a father figure? Do you have clinical depression? Have you ever accidentally broken your mom's favorite coffee cup, and when she found out you did it, she tied you to a bed and spanked you with a metal spatula? If you said yes to any of these things, I don't care. And to keep it a bean, no one cares.
Oh my God, we are terrible human beings.
There is no bathroom.
Yeah, go in the pail. You go in the pail in the corner. Okay.
Oh man, but yeah, guys. We always get. Why do we always get the craziest before the final thought? It's the energy. It's we got to do the last emotional dump.
Yeah, it's like by the time we get to the fucking final thought, it's like we've kind of run our course a little bit.
The humor I have with you two would never fly with my wife, so I have to just get it all out before we fucking end the episode.
Once a week.
Like I'm gonna say cock 6 more times before I don't have to.
You know how hard it is not to fucking press those buttons when I'm in fucking meetings at work. because I have all those fucking readily available.
I don't know how.
But I have to keep reminding myself I'll get fired if I touch
don't
them.
Don't push it. Don't push the button. Don't push the button.
It's funny because like I don't know how my wife hears the buttons sometimes because she can hear them like this one.
Oh my God!
Oh my God!
She's fucking laughing right now, and it's like sometimes she'll be talking, and I'll be like, you know, and just like talking while we're talking, and just out of nowhere I'm hitting buttons. It's like it's always a show. It's always
at least Frenchie has a fucking sense of humor, so you know that's why you're not dead yet.
No, listen, she's killed me 6 times already. We're good. You know,
I'm just gonna start following around my wife with the fucking like mushroom growth sound from Mario, and every time she starts getting on my nerves, just fucking hit the button. Make her seem like she's getting taller.
Oh my God! Yeah, there you go. He put on the Hitler speech in English on his soundboard. I'm sure people were saying it makes sense. People are fucking crazy. People are fucking crazy.
You motherfuckers are gonna give me a stroke. Don't give me, please. Can we wait? Can we wait one more week?
This is why we have policies. This is why we have policies. You know what's actually funny? Before we get to this final thought, because we have to get to it. I was doing a Paradise stream, right? And I was breaking down some stuff, and something had happened in the fucking when I was speaking to one of the NPCs, and that specific speech, like a Hitler speech that was translated in English, but it was transitioned to mention another group of people politically. And it went, and then like Gio was just like, yo, stop. And I had realized, I was like, oh shit. You know,
I put up a it's on my personal Facebook, but I put up a screenshot, and it was from Reddit, but somebody had posted a quote, and underneath it, somebody was like, yeah, blah blah blah, and they were agreeing with the quote, and they were like, yeah, by the way, asshole, that was Anne Frank. And that's what she was describing when they were fucking rounding up the Jews in fucking goddamn what was it? The Netherlands? Was she in the Netherlands? Was it Netherlands or Denmark? Where was Anne Frank? Whatever. The quote was what she was experiencing. It was an Anne Frank quote from her diary, and the immediate following quote was fucking Amsterdam. The Netherlands. Yeah, that's the Netherlands. Yeah. Okay, so it's like, and it's like, yeah, motherfucker, you're like agreeing with this shit. Like that was fucking from Anne Frank's fucking diary. Like read some fucking history, folks. Like don't be fucking,
just fucking read.
Exercise your goddamn fucking brains, please. Just exercise your fucking, when the cops say fucking face forward and back towards me slowly.
Fucking face forward and back towards them slowly. Don't be a dumbass.
show all of your pretty digits. Make sure they can see them. Like,
the ones that you're legally allowed to show, don't drop your fucking trousers and show those digits, because that'll just bring a whole nother slew of fucking problems you don't want.
Don't do what Jay was like fucking mentally debating on and just like backing up like this. You know what I mean? Like just fucking like
I got nothing. Freedom of speech. I've got nothing. Freedom of speech.
You, as I get fucking shot 12 times. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, no shit. Like, oh my God, can we do the final thought? I want to go.
Yeah, let's go.
I want to go watch the Royals play.
Yeah, let's go. Let's go be proper before we get out of here. So one of you guys take it.
I got it. I got it this week. All right, kids, we do this every week. We've talked about it every week. Okay. One is too many, and we've lost way more than one. Okay. Like, get your head straight. Do what you need to do. Okay. Your friendly neighborhood Jay goes to therapy multiple times a week, not just once, multiple times a week. It's almost like a part-time job for me now, right? Trying to do the right thing, trying to be a productive member of society. Yes, I struggle. Yes, Joe struggles. Yes, John struggles. Yes, we all fucking struggle. Especially, like we were talking earlier, the older you get, the easier it fucking ain't. Okay? Everybody carries weight. Everyone carries weight.
I'm not trying to interrupt, but even like this week, I was overwhelmed with a lot of work. I was struggling with that, man.
We're human beings. And if you really want to get down to brass tacks, we're fucking animals. We behave like animals sometimes. Okay. I don't like talking about it a lot. There are nights where I am fucking screaming into like one of my pillows in my bedroom, fucking crying my fucking eyes out. It happens. I have bad days. I have bad nights. When they come, sometimes all I can do is fucking white knuckle it and just fucking hold on until it passes. Okay. The point we're trying to make though is it's not an excuse to fucking quit. We don't fucking quit here. We don't stop moving forward. We will keep going every fucking day, 1 foot in front of the other, 6 inches at a fucking time if need be. Even if we're crawling on our fucking hands and knees, or if we're fucking low crawling and grabbing fistfuls of dirt at a time to get there, we will fucking continue. You have to continue. It is a choice. It is a choice, and we're asking you to choose life. We're asking you guys to choose life. If you need help, pick up the phone and call somebody. Call somebody you're close to. Call a relative. Call your homies. Call your sister's homies, brothers, cousins, fucking friend. Whoever fucking picks up the phone. If nobody's answering, if you feel guilty about calling somebody at 3 o'clock in the morning and you don't want to bother anybody, right? You've got options. You can text or dial 988, or you can call the National Suicide Hotline at 1-800-273-TALK. That's 1-800-273-8255. It's there for your use, okay? We need you guys in the fight. You're part of our tribe, okay? We don't care where you came from. We don't care where you're at. We just know that we love you. And we would fucking be immensely fucking saddened if we lost you, okay? Every loss hits us fucking like a goddamn ton of bricks, regardless of how the loss occurs. Regardless. Mm-hmm. We've already seen a lot. The older we get, obviously we're going to keep seeing more. That's just part of life. I get it. It is not an excuse to fucking quit. We don't quit here. That's it. All right. That is it. We need you guys back here in 168 motherfucking hours. Okay. Next Sunday in church. Okay. Freaking like, we are going to be here. That's why we're here. That's why we go live. That's why we go live every week, is to show you guys that we three are still fucking here. Okay. That we are holding ourselves to account. We are choosing life here. We are choosing life. Okay. I cannot tell all of you, and I hate saying it out loud, how many times I have fucking prayed for death. Okay. But I have children. I have a family. I have people that love me. I have people that look up to me. Okay. Same with these two yahoos here. All that still applies. Same with fucking you out there. So just fucking choose life. All right. Next week, black socks. All right. Freaking bring a fucking beverage of your choice. Bring something to fucking smoke if you like doing that. Okay. We're going to get in the smoke pit. We'll have some fucking laughs. We'll have some fucking beers. And yes, I want to see my motherfucking Royals because they're playing like fucking shit against the Indians right now.
Yeah. And we're
playing like shit.
Yeah, and the Yankees are about to fucking play the Giants today, so I don't know how that's going to go because they're fucking.
John, the bats have been cold, and we've got a player. His name is MJ Melendez, and this motherfucker needs to go down to the minors like fucking yesterday, and they can't do it because of his contract. Like it's fucking
Jesus Christ.
Oh, bro, the bro's he's hitting less than fucking 100 right now.
Give him a torpedo bat.
He's literally a guaranteed out. He's a guaranteed fucking out.
Yeah.
And it's like, why in the finger fuck is he still in the fucking lineup?
Give him one of those torpedo bats. He'll be hitting home like everybody else.
I don't think he can hit a fucking softball in fucking slow pitch right now. Okay, he'd find a fucking way to fuck that up too. Okay?
Oh my god.
So he's one of those types that fucks up a wet dream. Got it.
He's got a great glove. He's got a great glove. Like there's no denying his fielding abilities are.
But his batting is
beyond atrocious right now. And he wasn't any fucking good last year either. Okay, and
But they signed him to some stupid fucking contract to where they can't fucking get rid of him. That's the problem, isn't it, Jay?
If they send him down to the minors, they're paying fucking like $2.8 million this year to send a dude to the fucking minors.
That's fucking crazy.
What do you want me to say? What do you want me to? I don't like shit talking my own team. I definitely don't like shit talking our players. But what the fuck, what the dude's batting like? John, look up his average right now. It's like 0.98.
What's his name? What's his name?
MJ Melendez, Kansas City Royals. He's batting like fucking like something. He's like, he's a guaranteed fucking out. He's a guaranteed fucking out.
Oh, this is the dude who's in my Diamond Dynasty team who can't hit a ball.
Surprise, motherfucker. Surprise.
All right, listen, I'm going to have to trade him then. This motherfucker. Yeah, this is the dude who I continuously have issues with in my fucking MLB The Show game. Okay.
I'm not surprised, motherfuckers. Like I have to fucking watch him while I sit there and like sadly sip my fucking beer at the watering hole.
This guy has had in the last 15 games 35 at bats and only 3 hits. I'm done with this shit.
Thank you.
Yeah, I'm done with this shit, guys.
Motherfucker.
Thank you for coming to another episode. We'll be back at the same time, same bat channel, same bat place. Jay said it, Black Sox, and
160 hours, motherfuckers.
Bring pizza. Bring pizza.
It would be good. John. Actually, you know what? I haven't had pizza in like fucking forever. That sounds delicious right now.
Bring pizza. Bring pizza.
We're actually making homemade pizza for dinner tonight.
Oh, let's go. See you guys later. Restream didn't fucking shut the stream off. I'm gonna shut it off now. Goodbye.